The Caribbean people have been the most rebellious people in history. The most rebellious people in history. I don't say revolutionary, I say rebellious. I like to begin with the island of Barbados. It is 20 miles long. I think so, maybe 15, by 10 miles broad, maybe 5. It has 300,000 people. What in the name of God is to happen to Barbados over the next 25 years? I understand many women come from America and other places because the Barbados men, having nothing to do, spend their time sleeping with these women on the beach. What was it? Is that to be the future of Barbados? What is to be the future of Montserrat? What is to be the future of St. Vincent? These islands mean nothing at all. They are just pieces of dirt in the Caribbean Sea. What is to happen to them? Trinidad can get away with it a little bit because it has some oil, but apart from that, Trinidad is just another one. That is what those Caribbean islands are. The question is, they are a gifted people, a 20th century people, who are living in an economy which is the really perfect example of the 17th century economy. The 17th century economy and the 20th century people, they cannot fit. Something is bound to go. Those islands by themselves cannot do it. There must be a federation of the whole of the Caribbean. And by a federation I mean Cuba, Haiti, the Dominican Republic, Jamaica, those two lost sheep, Martinique and Guadeloupe, Trinidad and the Guyanas. They can form a nation. 75-80% of that population consists of black people. And they are so conscious of the fact that there is nothing before them, that anybody who puts that before them as a living reality is certain of success. I may talk about the leaders arising, but that is because the mass movement is such that some people are forced up, but the basis of everything is the mass movement. It is so, it has always been so, and it will always be so as solidarity has proved. And Marx and Lenin would not have been at all surprised at solidarity. That's what they were waiting for. That was their perspective, that the working class would move like some earthquake, some tempest, some tremendous reversal of the existing system, which would project the working class to the head of society, and things would begin to happen for the socialist society. They asked Marx, what will the working class do? And his reply was magnificent. He says the workers will do what they have to do, that's all. And solidarity is the socialist construction against these totalitarians. There is a lot of talk about one man, one vote for Southern Africa as the main objective. But I don't believe that it is going that way. And particularly after what has happened in Zimbabwe and what has happened in Poland, which they are very much aware, I believe there is going to take place a tremendous upheaval of the mass of the population to establish once more that this is our country and we are going to deal with it in the way that we ought to. And when they were putting Mandela in jail, Mandela said, whatever you do, I shall continue to do what I have been doing. You can punish me, and when I come out, I shall continue, because what you are doing is wrong. He has lifted it to the moral plane. What you are doing here in South Africa is wrong. I'm against it, and I will continue to be. And I believe that sentiment is growing among the South African people. This is not to be tolerated under any circumstances. White South Africans are going to be defeated. I am over 80 years of age. I'm hoping to God to be able to live to the year 2000. Only He can manage it, and well, I do the best, because by that time, the world in which we live is going to be very much changed. I deal with the historical facts as they are. What will happen tomorrow, I don't know. But by and large, I believe what Marx has said, socialism or barbarism. So it's socialism with everybody taking part, or barbarism, some brutal people who dominate millions of people today. Socialism or barbarism.
CLR James's body was taken to his native Trinidad. There, it was met at the airport by the oil workers' trade union on the island, which had organized the funeral. Several hundred workers joined the funeral cortege.
Hello, well now that you're dead and gone, know your spirit still lives on, just like the rising sun. Hello, we're doing this one for you, for all the good things you do, to see our people through.
I brought my friend home on the last leg of his final journey into the night. And it is as he wished. He required to be buried here